Okay, we're recording. So welcome, Jesse and Katie, on this fine Tuesday before Memorial Weekend. For anybody else watching this, I'm Gina Ruby, your certified health coach and global director. And today, hey, Jesse, can you mute your phone? I think we hear the tap, tap, tap. Thanks. We're going to talk about Memorial Day, just some strategies or strategeries, as I like to say, on getting through Memorial Day, and Memorial Weekend, really, because it ends up being a 3 to 4 day event, both on health and on business. So there's some kind of fun ways that you can integrate what you're doing with health with the people that you might be mingling with, as well as some business. So I'm going to get right into it. And then because we have you two on here, if you have any input or ideas as well, we've got a little bit of flexibility in the time. So certainly feel free to add in any of your ideas. But the first one, and before I give these, for those who watch this, especially those who are on a healthy program to shed the pounds, these are options, because it seems like the only option people think they have on vacations and holidays is to go cray-cray. Oh, it's a holiday, I can eat and drink whatever I want, or it's vacation, I can have all the treats that I want. And that is an option. So there's no judgment here. If that's what people want to do, they have that option. I'm going to give 2 or 3 other options so people have choices. And I also like to remind people it's kind of like budgeting your calories like you budget your money. So if I go into the mall, I can't buy every single thing I want, because I'm going to have a lot of debt. I'm going to accrue a lot of debt. It's just like on vacation or holidays. You can't eat everything you want without there being some kind of consequences, and typically some negative consequences. And it's also like driving a car. I had a little sports car last month. People kind of have this mindset of they can eat whatever they want because they're on vacation or it's a holiday. It's kind of like taking your car and going, okay, well, my car's on holiday today, so I'm just going to put really cheap, junky fuel into the gas tank because it's only 1 day, it's only 5 days. So if we think of our body like being a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, we'll think about the fuel that we're going to put into it. And do we want to put in junk fuel on a consistent basis, or do we want to really put high-grade fuel so that we have optimal health? We have the fit body we want, we have the energy we want, and we like what we see in the mirror. So these options right now that I'm going to share for Memorial Day and July 4th and cruises and trips to Paris, these can be applied every single place that people go. So the first secret to getting through Memorial Day weekend with success is to plan ahead. So plan ahead, and that means eat before you go to the function so that you're not going there hungry, because if you're hungry, then temptation is super easy just to eat everything and anything. So eat before you go. Bring a healthy dish. So if it's a potluck, a barbecue, and typically people are going to bring potato salad and macaroni salad and baked beans and all that kind of stuff, Subway sandwiches, whatever. Make sure that you remind your clients to bring something healthy. Maybe some grilled chicken and some really nice greens, or some cucumbers and tomatoes and cauliflower and broccoli, maybe just like a little veggie medley that can be cold or steamed. So eat before you go. This is all on planning ahead. Bring a healthy snack or meal, and then let the family members know ahead of time, family and friends ahead of time, a week or 2 ahead of time, just to say, I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I'm just watching my health right now. And so when I'm there, I'll bring something that I can eat so that other people don't have to cater to my needs. And if you would just help respect me on that and not feel like people have to offer me the fresh baked bread and the buttery mashed potatoes or whatever, especially family members, because sometimes moms and grandmas get offended when you're not eating their, 3-generation apple pie, or their secret sauce baked beans. So just letting them know ahead of time diffuses a lot of awkwardness and eating out of guilt at the event. So the second one is when the event is over, if it's something that your clients are hosting, send the leftovers home. And they can get like super cheap plastic containers at Target or the dollar store, just to like put all the salads and whatnot into little containers and send them home with people, so that those leftovers aren't sitting in the refrigerator going, come on, just a bite, it won't hurt. So planning ahead, leftovers, send them home. The third one is thirst quenchers. So I did a little bit of research. We all know Coke and Pepsi. Coca-Cola has 140 calories. Pepsi has 150 calories in 12 ounces, which is interesting. They're both loaded with sugar, I don't know, 8 to 12 teaspoons of sugar. But people think if they go for, non-carbonated beverages, there's going to be less calories and less sugar. So the interesting thing is, right before our call, I just Googled other beverages, and Minute Maid lemonade has 150 calories. So even though it doesn't have the carbonation, which that carbonation is not good for us, it's still super high in calories and sugar. Jamba Juice, when people are thinking, okay, I'm going to go the healthy juice route, Jamba Juice has 120 to 140 calories plus. Last time I checked, I think it was like 40 to 57 grams of sugar. Like the whole thing is sugar. So that is not a healthy beverage. Arizona iced tea has 240 calories. Now I believe the can says 2 or 3 servings, but a lot of times people aren't reading how many servings are in that can, and it's a tall can. They'll just drink the whole thing because they're just drinking. Makes sense, but they've just consumed 240 calories, and that's almost like a meal's worth, plus all the sugars in it. So the option that I would share with our clients is drink ice water with mint or ice water with cucumber. If there's going to be alcohol served, then drink soda water on the rocks with a lime wedge, and keep the hand occupied. So when the hand is occupied, people don't feel like they need to go and get you a beverage. And then for any of our clients who have the water infusers, the strawberry lemonade, the white grape peach, all those different flavors, those taste good like in a slushie, like a virgin margarita, except they're not doing the alcohol with the margarita. They're just doing like a virgin lemonade infuser. And those taste really good. Those really, really cold taste delicious. And now our clients have kind of navigated through the high caloric beverages. They've stayed on track, and they're enjoying something fun and flavorful. Do you ladies have any input on those so far? The planning ahead, sending leftovers home, or thirst quenchers? Any ideas you come up with?
I think that what you're talking about, Gina, with the thirst quenchers is really important because, like you said, when our hands are occupied or we have a drink, we're not tempted to go eat food so much or to keep filling up our plate. And then people aren't bringing us stuff either because we look like we're already satisfied. So I think that's definitely a really good tip. And I'm with you. My personal favorite is the white grape peach infuser or whatever it is. I haven't tried it as a slushie, but that it's so refreshing that I'm sure that'll be delicious.
Yeah. And half the fun with those beverages is the glass. So whether it's a margarita glass, a martini glass, a champagne glass, if you can go to, again, I love the dollar store because it has these super fun glasses, and all the glasses could be different. Like at a barbecue, it's half the fun is the glass. And then if you make it look kind of fun and free feet in the glass, then everyone can pretend, you can just be giggling at everybody else's buzz while you're staying straight and focused on your healthy habits. So good. Okay, number 4 is make it about the fellowship, not the food. So many people, when you go to picnics or barbecues, they've got their plate of food and they're just like, they're shoveling it in, they're talking, eating their food and talking, and they're not even like enjoying that food, whether it's the barbecue chicken or it's Aunt Susie's macaroni salad. They're just talking and eating and shoveling and talking and eating and shoveling and kind of about nothing. So you guys can be these little, in our clients, they can be little catalysts to having somewhat deeper conversation. I would say when you're with family and friends, be curious, like ask them questions. If they're talking about their kids, what is one of your kids' best qualities that you see on a daily basis? Or why are you so passionate about doing what you do? And ask questions that go a little deeper than, what do you think about the Padres? What do you think about the Chargers Stadium? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's May Gray. I mean, those are kind of surfacey, just like blah conversations. So make it about the fellowship and the people. And because I always think, we're not promised tomorrow. So today's the day we have. Let's make this day have some meaning and some purpose. And you ladies both get it because it's your industry. But you can share this with your clients to say, just have a few questions in your pocket about, people's jobs. Why are they passionate about it? Or what do they love most? Or what's one of their favorite clients if it's around business, if it's around family, hey, what was, a fun memory you had when you were a kid, or who was your favorite teacher in third grade? It's just more meaningful to take those conversations a little deeper. And then number 5 is have an emergency stash. So if the picnic or the barbecue goes longer than planned, if they're traveling somewhere and they hit traffic, have healthy snacks in their purse and in their car and in their glove compartment. For our clients, I always say keep a couple of the protein bars in their purse or their glove compartment, because inevitably they're going to be stranded somewhere. And then if they get too hungry, they'll just eat anything. And then even worse, it slows down the fat burning. And with all of that at these picnics is to eat slowly, so that while everybody's going back for seconds and thirds and fourths, you're just eating, you're chewing, remind your clients to chew. The saliva enzymes break down the sugars in the mouth, so it's easier for them to digest. Plus it tells the brain, says I'm full, so they're not going to feel deprived by not having, seconds and thirds at the buffet table and all the massive amounts of desserts. So anything else there? Anything else you ladies can think of that will help people get through the holidays without sabotage?
One other thing that I've done before and that some of my clients have done before is if you carry gum with you, then after you're done eating, you can put a stick of gum in your mouth, and just with the mint flavor, I'm just not as likely to continue snacking just to snack. So that's another way to keep from going back for seconds or thirds or dessert.
Yeah, that's good. The mint gum, sugar-free mint gum, or even sugar-free mints, the gum lasts longer, so you don't have to keep popping mints, but that's a good one. And it also diffuses people if they have to make something for this event. It stops them from nibbling. And then, taste this, taste that, because nothing really tastes that good once you've got the mint flavor in your mouth. You don't want to be trying the baked beans or trying the apple pie. So that was good. Thank you. Thank you, Katie.
I think that also helps. It helps me with drinking water. For whatever reason, when my mouth is minty and fresh, I just want to drink cool water when that happens. Although I would be mindful of a lot of them have 2 grams of carbs in them. So just be mindful of that. But I think it's a great idea as well.
Yeah, you're right. The gum is better because it lasts longer than mint. You're right. The little carbs add up. Those are artificial sweeteners. And water. The more water they drink, of course, the more full they're going to feel, so they're not going to have those hunger pains. Plus, it helps with digestion, hydration, metabolism. So, good one. Thanks, Jessie. All right, so now as far as we'll shift from that, we've talked about some health and wellness ideas on how to stay on the straight and narrow and really create success. Their options. So people can plan ahead. That could be their option as far as eating before, bringing a healthy meal or snack, letting family members know. The second one is send the leftovers home. The third one is thirst quenchers, have something in their hands at all times. That's, water or soda water on the rocks if there's a lot of alcohol, or thirst quenchers. And then number 4 was fellowship over food, and 5 was have an emergency stash. So the business part of this, shifting over to, are you ladies doing any fun festivities this weekend for your own Memorial Weekend? Okay. So, or July 4th, do you ever do anything with people or friends July 4th? Okay. So, whether it's Memorial Weekend, July 4th, Labor Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, here's some ways to kind of um, interject business with fun and family. So, and we talked about this maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago when people ask, how are you doing, Katie? Hey, Jesse, haven't seen you. How are you doing? Instead of just saying fine, which most people do, well, I'm doing good, I'm doing fine, have a little quip in your hip. And Liz Goodgold, she's a super fun redhead down here in San Diego who does a lot of network training and marketing training. She calls it a quip in your hip. So when people ask how you're doing, give them like 1 or 2 sentences of what you do and why you feel so fine. So Katie could say, oh my gosh, I feel great. I've lost 32 pounds, and the cool thing is I'm helping other people do it too. So life is good. And that's all you have to say. Or Jesse can say, I'm doing great. I love helping people transform their lives, and I did it myself. I'm back on track with my business. I've lost 32 pounds, and I'm paying it forward, helping other people do it. Feels really good. And that's all you have to say. There's no do you want to know more? It's just you're planting a seed, because when they hear, Katie has released a certain number of pounds, Jesse has, you're helping people transform their health, those that want it will say, tell me more. They'll be like, what? You lost 30 pounds? I've been trying to lose 30 pounds for 5 years. Or that, I help people transform their lives. You get an opportunity for those who are looking for you. Now they've found you. Now you get to participate in a conversation to take those people deeper. Does that make sense? Because not everybody who's overweight wants to lose weight. It's sad, but there are millions, multi-millions out there who do, because it's a $68 billion industry. So the second you speak up on what you do, now those other people that are waiting for you to show up, they're going to find you. And that's kind of fun. So a little quip in your hip. And practice it so that, if you think, well, I'm going to say it next time, and then you don't practice it, like in the car, in the bathroom, or in the mirror, you might stumble over yourself because it's a new way of speaking. So practice. Oh, I'm doing great. Oh my gosh, I lost 22 pounds and I'm paying it forward and helping other people do the same. So practice it so it just rolls off your tongue. It's familiar to your brain. It becomes second nature. And then, especially for you two, because you have a pretty dramatic before and after, always carry that with you somewhere, even if you're at the grocery store. So in your purse, you might even just have like a half sheet that has, before and after on it, so that you can, if somehow the conversation comes up, what you do, you can go, oh yeah, by the way, this is what I used to look like, because your visuals are profound. Do you carry that with you?
I have mine on my phone. So if it comes up in conversation, then I pull it up on there or on my Facebook. But usually I'll just pull it up on my phone.
That's a great idea. Jesse, is yours on your phone?
I have it on my phone, but I have that. It's a bigger sheet in my car. It's laminated.
Okay.
I threw that there.
Well, and two, I like the phone idea, because if you're standing in line, you can go, oh yeah, here's me, 30 pounds. I had a little muffin top. Muffin top is gone. So that's a great, I have Tammy's in here where she lost 160 pounds. So I show people hers. That one's really dramatic. And sometimes people don't believe it. Tammy would have never believed it had, she not just done it month by month by month. So it's nice that your guys is more the typical person that you have. They're wanting to lose 20 to 50 pounds. Let me see. Okay, so carry your before and after, either in your purse, your phone. If you put it on your business card, do you ladies have a health coach business cards yet?
I do, but I don't have my before and after on them.
Okay. Do you have Kips, or who do you have?
I just made them when I first started myself.
Okay. Do you have a headshot on it?
No, I don't have a picture on mine.
Okay. It helps to have a headshot because especially if you just meet them quickly, they'll
Mhm.
remember, oh, that's who that. And you're like, who's Katie? Oh, that was Katie. Now I remember. And then having it before and after on the back, because when people look at it, it'll jog their memory. Oh, she helps people lose weight. Because, realtors are handing out cards, photographers, attorneys, and having that visual just again gives people an idea of what you do and it gives it credibility. And I have a really, really good printer down here. He's extremely affordable. So, and he has all the artwork. So if you ever want to, and you can order as little as like 100 cards from him, and super inexpensive. So that's it. That's kind of it for the holidays. I mean, obviously I want people to have fun on their vacations and really find the joy and the fun and not always be about business, business, business. But there's occasions and there's little avenues to get in what you do to make it sound super organic. It's just conversation and you're not sales pitching anything. You're just, if people ask you how you're doing, you get to share a little bit of insight. And then for those who are grateful that they now know you do what you do, that connection can start to germinate and build that relationship. So that's basically it. Short, sweet, and simple. Any other thoughts from you ladies?
One thing I've really been noticing this week, Gina, is that it really is true. I'm experiencing that sometimes it does take people, a lot of times it does take people a while before they come around. And so just this last week, I signed up 3 new clients, but I've been talking to them about it for the last probably about 2 months. They've been aware that I've been doing it. They've been seeing me doing it. They've been saying they want to know more about the program. When I registered with them is probably the 3rd, 4th time they looked over the website with me, and they all just reached a point where it was, okay, I'm ready. I don't even care how much it costs. Just sign me up. Tell me what to get. I need to do this. And so it was encouraging because you're right. It is about planting those seeds and just continuing to show up for people because when they do reach that point of being ready, I was still there. I hadn't given up on them. I hadn't moved on. I hadn't taken their no as final. I just kept being present and answering questions and all of that. So it was really a good, not just a reminder, but I guess experience for me, real life. It's been 2 months and finally people signed up. So
Yep. I mean, studies show people buy on conversation number 5 to 12. They don't typically buy the first time you tell them anything, or I think they say 80% don't buy the first time they hear something, and then the second time they hear it, still it's a small percentage. It's that sweet spot of 5 to 12 times, 5 to 12 touches, where people buy. And part of that, I read a great article today that the brain fears change. The brain doesn't want change. It wants to keep you safe and in this little, familiar zone. And clearly, you two ladies know all about that. But this article was great, even on when the body releases weight. Plateaus aren't a bad thing because the brain's like, wait a minute, we're going to a new place here. Are we going to be okay? And so it kind of plateaus and goes, okay, I guess we're not going to get killed. And then it will start to do another whoosh. So with your friends, they want to do it, but they got this other fear thing going, no, it'll fail. It doesn't work. It would never work for me. It's too expensive, blah, blah, blah. And then you just keep showing your courage and your motivation and your affirmation. And they're like, okay, I can trust Katie. And Jessie has the same thing in her industry. So the brain kind of quiets down a little bit and lets the passion win. But then it still, even wants to become your client, the brain's going to go back into that subconscious fear stuff again. So that's why that first week is so critical, because there's a lot of changes. You can't eat bread, rice, pasta, dairy, dessert. What? It's summer. I don't like this change. I've always been able to do this. I've always gone down this road. This road is familiar. So we're consistently helping them create new patterns, new roadways in their brain. And that's a huge victory that they're ready to start the program. And just remind them, I mean, even say, the brain doesn't like change. So when you start this program and then that little chatter starts talking in your brain, just know, oh, that's my fear of change. Thank you for sharing, and we're moving forward. So I always tell my clients, thank that little voice for sharing and say, and we're moving forward, so that there's this momentum that stays consistent and they don't get, sidetracked, sucked into the, we can't do this. The brain is a crazy animal, and we're all about the brain. What was that, Jessie?
They call it the monkey mind.
Yeah.
But I like what you said. And in the world of Tony Robbins, he says, allow fear to be your guide, not your jailer. So just like you said, it's like, okay, thanks for the information, but I see, and fear has a place. It has a role, right? We need to know when to be careful and when to know when something may be dangerous. But again, just allowing it to say, okay, I know that alley is dark and scary, but if I don't cross it, I can't get to my car. So thanks for the info. I'll be careful, right? So same thing. It's like with anything that's change. And the other thing I wanted to add earlier when you were talking about, making food, it becomes so much of a focus, especially during the holidays or when we're gathering with friends and family, that we literally miss the opportunity for being present with the people that we love, because we're so concerned about the food. So all these tips, I think, are absolutely fabulous, because it just takes the food out of the way, so that now you can just go be with your friends, enjoy your time, really be present, notice the kids playing, jumping in the pool, and, really be in gratitude about the opportunity to be together with friends and family, as opposed to so much focus on, oh my God, there's going to be food there and I'm not going to be able to resist. And what am I going to do? And how am I, it just starts to become such an obsession, even when you're trying to stay away from it, that you forget why you're really there. And we've been conditioned to believe that food is our connection to people, and it really isn't. So you start taking a handle on that, trust that you will be the pioneer and that you may set an example for others to also do the same and be more present with you.
Exactly. They get to be the pioneers on how to have an amazing family event. This is not food driven. So I love that. Thanks for adding that little information about Tony. Because really, if we don't change this is never going to change, because this runs the ship between our two ears, our little mind. And so creating mindset shifts and new patterns that serve us are going to make this whole option a lot easier on what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, treat versus healthy, water versus soda. Those decisions become a lot easier because this becomes a healthier mindset. So great job, ladies. Well, fun. I'm going to be gone next week. I'm headed to Jamaica. So you get off next Tuesday. Yay. It's Memorial Week.
To look hot in your bikini.
Oh, well, I'm trying. I've been eating super duper clean and exercising.
Oh no, we don't try in this industry. You've been doing it.
That's right. I have been. So, and I will continue in Jamaica just because it's an all-inclusive. So just because it's all free, beverage and food doesn't mean I'm going to go cray. I'm still going to budget my calories so that I don't have to wear my calories. I get to just enjoy them and then go play. So, all right. Well, have a fun week, and we will see you in 2 weeks.
Great.
All right.